Yeah, okay. Well, so first of all, Gisela, this is the first episode of the 2020 third season of the KITE podcast, and I know like it should be very, very casual, but I think with all preparations, trying to maybe try a different setup with the 3 cameras, like this one, and that one, trying something new, and maybe it feels like a bit of work, right?
Work for you afterwards.
No, I mean
Mounting everything.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. So and everyone, guys, welcome back, third season, and then I've noticed that I've called it KITE podcast since the first episode, but it actually was KITE interview. Like in the podcast, like 2 people supposed to talk to each other.
Yeah.
But like my style was more just asking questions and getting back the interview. So I was thinking like there's probably a good reason to change the name.
So now it's KITE interview.
No, I'm still keeping the KITE podcast, but then I feel like it kind of it doesn't really matter because most of what you do, you probably haven't seen any episodes, right?
I haven't.
Okay, so
I will follow you now. I mean, I will.
I post them on Facebook mostly, and the thing is, we just talk. We've talked I think with all the top 20 riders from the kite foil. And what we do is, what I started in the beginning is that I think like, wow, like I do such a thing as kitesurfing, and I have an ability to travel all around the world and go to all the international events. But at the same time, my friends in Russia, for example, they don't have like this financial ability or other abilities to go to international events. And I feel like in every single country, like there's a guys who can go and visit all the events, and they can get all the information. They can like test with a bunch of riders, top riders, and see what works best. But at the same time, there's a group of people who just cannot afford to go that far. And I felt like it would be such a nice thing just to bring back to the community. And, if the products can share the tips that we learn, or like to share the tips how to improve better, how to kite better, it can be a great thing because like we can travel, so just help them. And because I think in the future also, like if they can be better, it's going to be better for them to come to the competition, more interesting than just being complete zero and not knowing what to do.
The best place to progress is in the competition, because if you're training at home, even though you are with people training,
yeah,
you're never gonna push yourself as much as if you're racing. And then once you go to a competition, you see the level of the other guys, and then it makes you see where you are.
Oh, it's absolutely like I felt like the competition for me, it's always like the test ground, where you've been training like for months, and then you've been trying new things. Maybe you've been trying new diet, new dream routine, new training on the water. Like you've maybe concentrating more like on turns, and then you come to the competition and you see yourself like, did it work or not?
Yeah.
Because every time like you train alone, or even like when you train with the same partners all the time, it doesn't really give you the full perspective of how other guys are doing. Totally. And it's like it's every single time like. I'm surprised, like every single time something is different. Like I'm expecting one thing, but it's being another thing. And but then it's good because I can adjust the way I train and what I do based on every single event. And that's why like I try to do as many international events as possible.
Yeah, but you live in Malibu. How do you get to train here? Like you're most of the time alone. And the kiteboarding community here is not big, so.
No, it's small. Well, I kind of have to finish school first. But then the thing for me was, I went to Taradin school in Spain, and when I went there, I quit freestyle. I started racing, training with Alex. Mm-hmm. And then when I finished the high school there, I was like had an option where to go, like England. No way, I don't want to go to England. And I could have gone to Barcelona, but I was like, Barcelona is close to Rifa, but it's cold in winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I like, okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, well, I thought the Malibu was warm, and it was like 4 degrees Celsius back 2 weeks ago.
I know.
But then training alone is just, you just have to go and get out there. Yeah, and I think that's tough, because just if it's cold and you alone out there, it's hard.
Especially like when you go out there and it's the wind is on the limit, and you're like risking that the kite is gonna fall and you're gonna swim back.
Yeah, I swim a lot. Like I feel like I'm so confident with the kite and light wind, because like I've been swimming so many times. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, for example, when you swim with the kite on a light wind, for some today I swam for an hour, didn't drop my kite, and there's this fine edge where you can, when the wind is like super light, I assume today was like 2-3 knots. The thing is, the kite just can't stay up in the air, so you have to constantly move it around.
Create the wind.
Exactly, but if you go just a bit too to the side, it collapses. Yeah, and that's just like always fighting this little edge.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, because I was swimming for an hour, you have to perform the same maneuver for an hour perfectly. If you make a mistake once, the kite is wet.
What are you doing with the board? You just attach it, or you just like push it?
No, I usually keep it behind me, and I hold it. So I control my kite with one arm, sometimes hold my other arm, and it's like it's this big procedure, and I think like it's tough.
Yeah.
But it's like, but like when you get back to the beach, it's fine. Yeah. And I remember it was so amazing last year in in Benhai Asian Championship in May. Everyone swam. I was the only one with the 21 who made it to the beach. I was so happy with the kite in the air. I was so happy. I was looping it, and I was like, I'm not like dropping my kite. And I was like swimming for like 30 minutes, and the little gust came, and I stand on my board and I started.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then look, the thing is, like, you are a kite racer now. You've switched to the kite racing this summer, correct?
Correct. Actually, in May.
In May.
I got my first quiver, like the Sonic race and Margarita's foil.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to San Francisco to just meet with Daniela.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the best way to get like introduced to the kite foil world.
Uh-huh.
And after this, I went to Figi because I was just in the middle of a project, so I kind of just stopped for a bit, and then I started again in August.
Okay, and Figi, what did you do in Fiji?
I was just like, I had to film how I was surfing there. So we went there for 2 weeks in July and tried to kite surf cloud break, and we got like quite a big swell. Wow. So we got some nice footage, and we're gonna make like kind of like the second part of the movie. We did the first part when I was surfing Jaws in Hawaii, and the second part is gonna be
with the kite surf.
With the kite surf, yeah.
Kite surf.
So yeah, it was like in the middle, so I needed to go.
Okay, and is it how's the surfing Jaws with the kite?
Scary, especially because my background is freestyle. Yeah. Like right now I'm racing, but it's everything new. So surfing was new for me as well. So going to Hawaii and get to know the people there, and like get to know the community, because I think it's pretty close. Like it's like they keep it as a little treasure, and they don't want people to go there. So you need to be.
You mean the Jaws? Yeah,
the Jaws, or like you can go there, but I think Americans are a little bit of like, especially Hawaiians are a little bit okay. This is like my island, my place. So if you want to go there, you need to like work it out. It's not like you just can go there.
So if like I go alone there with my own jet ski, it wouldn't be good.
They would look at you a little weird. I think you need to go there like humble and build yourself.
Okay, like maybe like
something like this.
Come with the friends who've been surfing there for like a couple of years. And
and the rescue guys are local, so it's much better to work with them than bringing your own. And it's not easy. But then once you're there, like everything is you just forget about everything and just think about the wave. The monster wave. Yeah, but it was very fun.
But so you don't get barrel there, you just kind of like riding the big wave.
Yeah, and we had the session, and it was quite windy, so we were riding 6 meters, and there were some people out there, some windsurfers, other kiters, and like everyone was riding straps and like heavy boards, like and long boards, because you need like a long board with rocker and heavy, because
So it's not a normal surfboard.
It's not normal surfboard, no. It's like especially designed for like big waves, and the first couple tries, I couldn't even make it to the wave. Like the wave itself is so fast that you need to go so fast to or so deep. So at the beginning I was not so deep, and like just feeling, like how.
Yeah, you have to start with the white water.
Right? No, you need to. Man, I was just like going so fast, and it was so bumpy and choppy in the wave that I was like, oh my god, like crazy. Wow. Then I got a bit more comfortable, and it was better, but the beginning was kind of sketchy.
Do you know, I always thought, you've seen the Point Break, the movie.
Yeah, obviously.
So the guy, what's his name? Buddy. It's the Buddy is the.
Keanu Reeves, no, is there?
No, Keanu Reeves is. I've watched this movie like a week ago, back one more time. So no, Keanu Reeves is the FBI agent, right? And then, but then Buddy is the with the white hair who was going for the big surf.
But I don't know the name of the actor.
What's his name was? Can we Google it, just to know it?
Sure. You should talk to Siri. Hey, Siri.
Леша, можешь посмотреть, там нормально меня видно? И Гизел, мы полностью видны?
You know, in Spanish, the movie is called Le Llaman Body. It's
Oh,
different.
really?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze. His name is... Нас видно, да?
Yeah, Patrick Swayze, yeah, it's here. Keanu Reeves, Patrick, Gary Busey, yeah.
Опс. Нас видно нормально, нет?
Да?
Сколько у Гизела до стола?
В плане. До окончания стола?
Wait a second. Yeah. Okay, so Patrick Swayze, he was playing Buddy.
Yep.
And then he's got this like crazy idea to ride the biggest wave ever and 50 years storm that hits the Bells Beach. And I was like thinking like, I'm pretty sure like the jaws of the Mavericks in California are as big as those waves in the movie.
Yeah, but when I was there, it wasn't huge. It was big,
Yeah.
but not huge because
No, the idea is that he could have just went to Hawaii and surfed the jaws instead of going to the storm.
yeah, that's true.
Like every time I watch this movie, I'm still thinking like, why would you go to Australia, to the Bells Beach, this one? And the cloud break, I've seen the... Can you get the barrels with the kite?
Where?
The barrels.
I think so. Yeah. It just depends on how the wave is breaking. And
Okay.
but to get barrel with the kite, it's tricky.
Yeah. Okay. So then you
So
started basically, and you came back to kite surfing in August.
Yeah, kite foiling.
Kite falling. Yeah. Why? But in general, why?
I don't know. Like, I just
Because I think freestyle, like I think for me, it was a big switch. For example, I'm so unlucky with injuries, and then just like I got like my last injury was in my like I training 3 months for the Russian nationals. I 3 days left in Turkey. I landed by mistake on shallow water. I fell, and I tore my ligaments in the elbow, and I'm out for months. And first day out in order back. Nationals, huge pain. I lost everything, and I was like, "That's it. Like I'm done." It's 3 months of work just wiped out.
So the thing, like, I started competing when I was a kid, and then I just kept going and going because it was like when you're pushing a wheel and it just goes and goes, and there's like no way you can stop it. So it was kind of something like this, and I was really enjoying it, and I was winning, and it was hard because Carolina and Bruna were there, so we're like top.
Yeah, you were always like,
girls.
there's always like the girls competing
So
against each
it was
other.
fun, but then I got to a point where I was not enjoying it anymore. So actually, I was standing like I think third the whole tour in 2015, and then in the last event of the year, I managed to win the world title.
What year was it?
2015, the last year I was competing, and then I won the world title, and it was the 10th title, 2015.
Was you and Liam together?
Yep.
Okay.
That year, and then I decided that I needed to take a break.
And I feel like everyone took a break from the girls.
Yeah, but also because there was a problem in the
Oh
sport.
yeah, they had a huge problem with this guy who.
Yeah, he bought the tour, but then
He went to jail.
yeah, and so after this there was no tour, so it was good for me because I took a break and I was just enjoying my life. And after a couple years, I decided I wanted to come back to competition.
Okay.
But I didn't want to go back to freestyle. And I don't know, I just wanted to change. Same like surfing, I just wanted to change. I was freestyling for 12 years, and I mean,
Okay.
I needed. Why would I need to go?
Yeah, it kind of would
do
get
the same thing,
it would get boring. I feel like.
Yeah, and I know the level is insanely high right now, and the girls are ripping, and I would need to train so much just to be in the top. And it's something that I've already done for 12 years, and I want to title.
No,
so,
yeah, I think like even like even competition, like if they find at the beginning, they just become a routine.
Yeah.
After so many years, and there's
Yeah.
like you've learned everything what could happen, and you're just trying to do the same stuff over and over again, and like kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like losing the perspective whether like, how many world titles do you have?
10 titles, right?
Yeah, I think like
Freestyle.
what's the point of 11s, 12s, 30s,
Yeah,
right?
and probably the sacrifice would be so crazy to win another title that I don't know if I wanted to take it. You know what I mean?
In terms of like training hours.
Yeah, training and just I was always winning, and if I go now and I don't win, I would retire myself without winning.
Yeah, it's like
that is something that I was.
it's like Michael
that I had
Schumacher. He
in
came
mind.
back. He should
Should have, yeah.
should have just stay out and
Stay out, be the champion.
unbeatable
You know?
king. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
And with racing, I have no pressure at all. You know, it's just I love it.
Well, it's not. I planning to go to Olympics.
It's so far that
Well,
I
it's
don't
it's
even
it's,
think.
it's 4 years. 4
Well,
years.
4 years, everything can
they
change.
fly.
I get injured, and I imagine.
Yeah, but you
know?
shouldn't get injured in. But okay, but you planning.
Right now, I'm planning just to.
One of the options.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think it's an option for
Okay.
everybody that's doing this sport right now, but it's not my main goal right now.
Okay.
It's just to train and just come back to the competition. And you know, one thing that I love about racing that I didn't like about freestyle,
Okay.
that like freestyle competitions were like 10 days or like a week, and you would ride for like 30 minutes, like 3 hits. That's
Yeah.
it, 3-4 hits. That's it. With racing, you're kiting like for 4 hours a
Yeah.
day. For like 5 days.
Yeah, you can do 20 races a day.
Yeah, it's
and then
insane. It's awesome.
You just if like you get one hit in freestyle.
And then,
If you lose 2 hits, you're out.
yeah. So you
But here
just,
you just 20 times you can like
yeah,
and you get these
and you're never
cards
out.
and everything.
And you're never out.
Yeah, till the last day, like the guy who first, if he fucks the last 2 races, he's out.
He's out. Yeah.
He's not
Everything
first.
can change.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely, and the wind, the in terms of wind.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this today. Like, oh, it's wind to kite. I'm like, really? Like, if it was a freestyler, I wouldn't even think about kiting today with like 6 knots or 7 knots. If you're racing, you like don't even look at the forecast. I know it's gonna be wind.
Yeah, it's
So,
like it's
a
if it's
different
like
thing.
you actually like if even we have the regulations, the reglement for the race, not to race 6 knots minimum wind conditions, you can kite like in 4 or 5 knots if it's like stable, and maybe like also depends on the wind. If the
it's
wind
colder, the wind
if it
pushes
has the
more,
power, you
Yeah.
can kite 4 knots.
sure.
Oh, and remember, I think it was exactly if it's colder because back in we won the race boards. We have the European Championship in Poland. Marcus was staying on the boat, showed 2.3 knots.
2.3. Yeah, but it's so easy. Like with freestyle, I remember going to Brazil, the wind is blowing like crazy, and you will use such a big kite because the wind is just warm and it doesn't push.
Yeah.
Tarifa, the wind is so cold, you can ride like my biggest kite I was riding in Tarifa was a 9. I've never used a big
Freestyle?
kite. Yeah, in Tarifa.
Oh,
Just because the wind is so cold.
Okay. I went to Brazil once, 3 weeks.
Then you had no
like,
wind.
Kited like 5 days.
Yeah, because the wind there is just like
No, you know what?
expanded.
It was back in 2012, 2011, and they had big Katrina storm in east coast of USA, and I feel like the whole wind just got sucked in there.
Could
3
be.
weeks, five windable days. No one kited there.
well, you could have kited with a foil.
Yeah, but I didn't have a full. I was in freestyle, so
I know.
we would come to the lagoon and just sit down with locals who would come
Drink
there in the
coconut
baggage.
water.
Yeah, drunk and also they would bust the music with
Yeah,
the pig, and then
I know.
and we would do nothing. Yeah, I think we've been playing poker just at the hotel like all day long,
Yeah.
and that was like really good stuff. But then, yeah, with the foil you can just go kite and do like whatever you know. And overall, how do you feel? How the progress has been for you in the kite foil?
I think it was not good at the beginning because I was not just paying any attention to the sport. Like I just started foiling, then I went to Figi, then in August I was in Castellón with some hydrofoil guys.
Yep.
And I was sort of training, but I was riding for an hour, skydiving the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Then I went to Italy to the Europeans and to the Gold Cup. And then I saw like all the girls ripping, and I was like, I couldn't even sometimes do a tack or a jab, and I was crashing in the race, and I was
Okay.
like, okay, then I need to take it seriously. And when I came back to Tarifa,
Yeah.
I decided to train a little bit more professional, and now I'm training with Alex.
Okay.
So after this, the progression was like way higher.
Way
because
better.
I was in the water like a lot, like almost every day.
Okay.
3-4 days and 1 day off, or like something like that. And then again,
It's
3-4
really good.
days, 1 day off.
Yeah, that's
So it's
amazing.
like 2
So-
hours a day, bam, 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 bam. Yeah,
Okay, 2 hours every day.
1.5, 2 hours, something
Okay.
like this.
Good.
Sometimes I was tired and I was like crying a little bit. I'm like, can I go? But then he was like, no. That's the key, you know. Like they need to push you. Like especially I'm with freestyle. I was training much less because it's so intense. You know, you're just like
Yeah.
it's exhausted and all the muscles of your body.
How long would you be training session for freestyle?
45, 1 hour, like super short.
And that's it.
Yeah. And most of the days with no wind, I wouldn't go out. So it was way more relaxed. And with racing, you can go out every day.
Yeah. And
sometimes there's wind, and I need a day off.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
And then you gave me your favorite hydrofoil for try. What was it? Liquid force.
Yeah,
And have you ever tried other freeride hydrofoils?
I'm using the Levitas now. It's good.
The freeride one.
The free one.
But let's say but do you feel the difference? Like, let's say if you're a beginner, would you
Yeah.
recommend to start with the freeride hydrofoil or with the race hydrofoil right away?
I think I would recommend.
Like if you have the choice between mic slap and freeride hydrofoil,
I would go for a free ride, basic
Free
one.
ride?
Yeah,
why?
because I think the race foils, you need to go so fast all the time, and they are asking you for speed because
Okay.
that's what are they made for, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes people are learning and they have not enough control of the kite, and imagine if they have to think about going fast, you know, it's like just too much. I like the idea of starting with like a short mast and like a front wing
Okay.
with a lot of like a big front wing.
And what about the kite? Inflatable or foil kite?
That's so difficult to say because I'm sponsored by Liquid Force, and I've always been with like freestyle and stuff, and I'm riding inflatable kites. But then at the same time, I'm using Fly Surfer, and I'm sponsored by them as well. So, and many times I was using the Soul, which was is
Yeah.
like a cruising kite for them, and I was using this with the cruiser foils, and I loved it. Like sometimes now I feel like I don't know if I should have say if I should say that or not, but going back to inflatable kites for me, it's so weird. Like I feel like the foil kites are so much better, to be honest.
And I think
don't
actually
know.
like, overall they became better. Because I remember when I was doing freestyle, the only
Yeah.
kite they had was like Fly Surfer, like inflatable, like it looks like it was awful. Like I've tried once, like you couldn't ride it, and like with the years, because the race hydrofoil came along, they developed an amazing race kites, and I feel like overall the quality and the technology for the foil kites just went up, and then now we have the really good freeride
Amazing
foil
freeride
kites that can be like easily used for everyone,
And so light, and you don't
Yeah.
need to pump them. I just don't go to the beach
That's
with a
the
pump
thing.
anymore,
That's
and I'm
the
like
thing.
so
That's
happy
the
about
thing
it.
with the pump. Like
Yes.
when I do just when there's like wind in Trifa, and I just go for the big air sessions. Like you get to the beach and you're pumping the kite.
And
It's like
I don't
wow.
know, I just find it so annoying to carry a pump. Like it's so light, but it's always going like opening, or
Yeah.
the thing is just going around, and it's so uncomfortable to just carry a pump. You know what I mean? Like I just hate it.
Yeah, and and you know what's also weird, like if you lose one of the connectors
Oh yeah.
and you're like, damn.
You need to walk all the beaches to find that connector, hoping for
Us people
someone.
are like, yeah, it's like, do you have this connector? Like, no.
No, I'm using this brand. No, I don't have this. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
But it's like, and there's but for the force says boom, it's up and it's flying.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I have to say a little bit at the beginning. I was struggling with the whole system and setting up the kite
With the
was a
bridle
bit-
lines.
With the bridles, yeah. But then just never disconnect the bar and boom, it's just easy.
Yeah. Look, we're going to Mexico.
Yep.
So this is gonna come out on Wednesday.
In a week.
I no, this Wednesday. I really hope it's gonna come out this Wednesday. Like I have for this third season, I have 3 full episodes filmed, and they were supposed to come out beginning of February.
So you're a little bit delayed.
Yeah, so I'm hoping like, okay, I'm gonna start this week, and then from here every Wednesday it's gonna be every second Wednesday, because I'm not gonna be able to push for 20. Yeah, if it's every second Wednesday, it's 24 episodes a year.
That's
Less.
a lot of work.
Less.
Plus studying, plus training, plus.
No, last year I did 15 episodes, or 16. So I just need to like, and yeah, it's not 24 because it's 1 month late, so it's 20. It's 20 episodes. No, it's like 18. It's 18 episodes per year, and then yeah, we'll see. And I have already, including you, 4.
Good.
So I need to do 14 more. It should be doable, and maybe I can do it
sure.
like with such guys. Like I want to do with Maxim and Theo for like 2 years.
And they don't like you, or
They won't, but like we can find the time.
yeah.
Like it's every single time. Like yeah, let's do it, and then boom. Like because
They're
like
out.
I was like I can do them before the competition. As soon as the competition starts, I'm done. Like after the race day, I'm just like I'm not in the mood to do anything.
No, I know.
Like I'm tired. Like and I just
want
to
to eat
go.
and sleep.
Yeah, eat and sleep. Like that to go and set up the production, do the episodes, but then.
Yeah, no, I know what it is.
But before the event, like I'm always doing something. Like we get to 1100 like 3-4 days early, so I can bang with them.
Yeah.
And like at the same time, like they don't want to do before the event because they don't know the results, and then like they're more happy to do it after the event when they know the results.
You should do a podcast with Mike.
With whom?
Mike.
Mike Slab.
Yeah.
I will do. Actually, I have an idea.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
I want to do with the builders.
Yeah.
So this year I want to do with all the major builders such as Benny from Fly Surfer, Mike, probably Luca from Manata, and all other guys. But I wanted to start with Marcus as well from the IKA executive, to not to bring only the riders' perspective, but also to bring the perspective of the companies and the IKA guys who run the stuff. But I'm probably gonna do it second half of the year, because Mike is not gonna talk with me before May. Like he's not gonna share me like, oh yeah, we've done this hydrofoil. This is the best deals. Or like Benny, he's not gonna talk with me about his new race kites before they actually registered and it's official announcement.
The list. Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think they're gonna like trust me to keep this footage like unreleased. Yeah. So I think in May, and of course I'm staying in the States like till June 4th. The registration is May 20th, so boom, it's done. Driving to San Francisco, doing one with Mike. I want to do one, and I think Mike has he has such a big, he's got so much information, and such a unique perspective on the sport, because he was doing the best race boards, and now he's doing the best foils.
You know what? I bought one race board from Mike.
You
I have
did?
it at home right now. Yeah, with this massive fins.
Custom?
I have no idea.
What? Okay.
The white one, like long one. With the and the Rista fins, like massive fins.
Yeah, I had 3 of them.
Yeah. So
There's nothing you can do with them, and they both bought more than $1,000.
yeah, I remember. And there was like a huge list as well to wait for the board.
So yeah, they're the same.
Same like
They've changed the class rules from race boards to foils in January. And I was like really unsure if they're gonna change it or not. So in December, the guy offered to buy my board for $1,000.
You sold it.
No, it was my spare board.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I need my spare board, because like who knows when I'm gonna get the next spare board.
Exactly.
3 weeks later, they cancel
the
race
your
boards,
board anymore.
and the price of the board went from 1,000 to 0. No one wants it for free. Like no one needs it. I have like 12 or 15 sets of fins.
Yeah.
Not sets, but fins. So it's like 3/5 different sets.
For the museum.
Huh?
For the museum, like I have boards, like freestyle boards from back in the days, like tiny boards.
Oh really?
I'm hoping one day I'm gonna be like.
Do you have like a freestyle board that you think like was the old one, but like the best, like one of the best boards out there? Because I have one that like I don't have it, but I love it. It's such good.
The best board I ever had was the Liquid Force one, the last one I had.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, like without any doubt.
You know what? Which one was the favorite one? Balance Philosophy.
My board is really similar to that board. The outline is really similar.
Yeah, like that board
I know it's good.
is like
Yeah.
some reason I think it was the best board. Like it's got it was enough soft, enough strong. It was like the feeling of just kiting on the board was like. I know there's one board for sale right now, but it's too small. I think 134. I can't buy this one.
Yeah, and right now the whole thing changed. They're riding small boards to riding big boards because you're also using bindings.
Yeah.
So you always need that extra 1.5,
yeah,
2 centimeters.
I don't use them. I've used
bindings.
them. Yeah.
It makes such a big difference for freestyle. Like I'm sure if you want to go big in freestyle, you need bindings.
I think like it does make a difference when you have certain level.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to do rally, there's no reason why you should use boots.
People who are just starting freestyle and then they get bindings, that doesn't make any sense. But if you have a level and you want to progress and get to another level, then yes.
I felt because like actually I was riding in boots the last half year when I was doing freestyle, and what I felt it gives me, it just gives you like, especially like when you do the spins, the momentum, like it accelerates like.
And the edging, like you have so much more power because your feet are like.
But you know what I felt? I broke 2 boards in a row. And it was nuts. So I was learning how to do so you do the rally and you do the back roll. I think they call it hard attack now.
Hard attack is like a rally and
back roll.
No, that's a Hindenburger or like a late back.
Yeah, Hindenburger. Yeah, I was learning that one.
So rally, back roll, and a 360.
Yeah, and I would land lots of times back on the back. So I would not finish the rotation, and if I jump here, I jump, I'll rotate, and I land like this.
Yeah.
And then it's like slams on the back of your head.
Yeah, but you know what I had with foiling that I think it's similar to, like the same feeling as the getting like slammed with the bindings. Just going full speed downwind, catching a plastic.
Yeah.
Falling.
Yeah.
Like going like my head in the water. And getting stuck with the helmet. Like the helmet just got stuck with water, I don't know, and then I just like boom, my whole neck was like done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like if you go on the floor like fast downwind and just like boom, you're flying forward, face forward, and it happens so fast. Like there's nothing you can do. It just slaps you in the face with a full speed.
But that last time in Tarifa, what happened was like my head was in the water and my body was outside the water, and it just like I got hurt, like really hurt in my neck.
Oh really?
Because of the helmet. Yeah, that's why I changed helmet now. Because before I used to have a wakeboard helmet, but it's super huge, and I'm using.
I think my helmet is a wakeboard helmet. Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But mine was like so big. I look like a mushroom.
Okay.
Because my head was like this and the helmet was like this.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it was big. Yeah.
It's so huge. It's for wakeboarding.
And you know what? Actually, you know why it looks like a mushroom? Because you have a Red Bull stickers there. And they kind of red and yellow, and they have blue. And do you remember in Mario, the mushroom would be it would be mushroom, and the top of mushroom would be like red with the lines.
Yeah.
So it's really, really similar. So you know what? It's another thing. So in Red Bull we have in kitesurfing we have a couple of guys in kitesurfing, but you're the first girl who's doing foiling in the Red Bull, and then like for me like. For some reason, the Red Bull was never a drink. Like when I think of Red Bull, it's like, you know, if you think of Monster, it would be just, okay, that's an energy drink or burn.
Yeah.
But like for me, in the Red Bull, as soon as like someone said Red Bull, I imagine the picture, like the video with the guy in the Red Bull helmet doing like crazy stuff, like kayaking down the river, skydiving, like doing the flips on the bikes. So in general, like, how do you feel about the Red Bull, and why do you think it stands out so much in the extreme world compared to all other brands? Because everyone tries to be like the best, but I think like they've captured this thing of being more than just the energy drink.
Yeah, but I think Red Bull was always the first. So once you're first, it's like GoPro, you know, like GoPro was the first company to do like action cameras. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what comes after. I mean, it's just GoPro, you know. Same with Red Bull. I think the other brands are always trying to kill Red Bull, but there's no way. Like Red Bull is always going to be in the top just because they were first.
What do you mean kill Red Bull?
No, like take the market, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But I think Red Bull as well has so many different lines. Like, okay, I use Red Bull for the competition. Yeah. Because it keeps me focused. Yeah. Okay, some people use it to study.
But that's the thing. Like, like in my head, I never have a Red Bull about the drink. It's about the lifestyle.
Yeah, but
and
Red Bull, it's a drink.
okay.
And
Yeah.
like, I don't know if other athletes drink it or not, but I drink it a few times,
Okay.
like a specific moments where I need it. And for me, it really helps.
College students drink Red Bull.
Say that again?
College students.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, like when I was in high school, I used
Yeah.
to drink Red Bull to study. And sometimes you go out and you drink Red Bull at night.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I think that's the key about Red Bull, that you just, of course, the athletes and their lifestyle and the vibe, you know,
Yeah.
like many times I was like in an airport in the US and I was walking with my backpack with the Red Bull or my cup, and they were looking at me like if I'm God or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, oh, are you sponsored by Red Bull? Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
why?
that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Yeah, it's like you're a
more
legend or
about
something.
it's
I
more
know.
about like the
It's crazy. That doesn't happen in Spain though. You
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, but in the US, Red Bull is like, because I think they have a very few athletes, and if you want to be part of Red Bull, you
Yeah.
need to be like one of the top. So that's
Yeah.
why in the US, if they see you with a Red Bull, you're like, okay, top rider. So I guess that's
yeah.
why
I think like in the US and different like compared to Europe, it's
it's a bit different. Yeah.
market is amplified like to an extreme level, and like
Yeah, for sure.
if you know if you're doing something here, it presumably way bigger than like if you're doing the same stuff in other countries in the world.
Yep.
Because the market is so big. Like you know, if you have a sponsor, they assume that it's like it's a huge different contract.
But I'm sure Red Bull will soon search for a foil rider. I'm
Yeah.
sure, like 100%. It's the only discipline that they don't have any top rider sponsored by Red Bull.
Yeah.
Because they have like in surfing, kite surfing, they have Ayrton.
They have a bunch of kite surfing.
Yeah.
They have, I think it's like 4 or
They have
5
Nikita
guys.
as well.
You know what I was wondering?
In freestyle, they have plenty
How
of riders.
Kevin Langery never got a Red Bull sponsorship.
You know why?
Why? He was second. He's an icon.
Yeah, but in Holland, the same like Yuri, he never got Red Bull
Yeah.
because it was Ruben in Holland. And one thing with Red Bull is like when they have an athlete, they keep him
They do one for.
yeah, they do like one like
But they
in
actually,
Spain.
they
they-
actually switch sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Like,
I know
but
the
in
story.
Holland,
Yeah.
Ruben was like the main image of Red Bull, so that's why Yuri and Kevin didn't sign.
Oh, okay.
Same like in the UK, like
Iron.
it was Aaron forever, and now they got Tom.
Yeah.
But before, like in Spain, like I'm Red Bull in Spain, and they've tried, like Alex tried, Liam tried in Spain, but there's like it's only me right now because
Yeah.
they kind of focus like on one athlete of each discipline.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the interview with the Russian guy who's doing the BMX, the bicycle. And there was a guy in Russia who was sponsored before him, but then this guy was just winning every single event for like a year in a row,
Yeah.
and they replaced him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, like I got sponsored by Red Bull when I was 12 or 13 years old, but nobody knew.
You're not,
I was like,
you're not supposed to drink Red Bull when you're 12.
that's why I didn't have branding on my.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was completely. They were
But
only
at the s-
supporting me.
At the same time, there's a guy who's running for Red Bull from I think Dominican Republic freestyle, the young guy,
Yeah,
young kid,
Adeuri, yeah.
and he was sponsored like from Mexican. He was sponsored like when he was doing the
Ante.
PQRA Youth Championship,
Antar, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe the philosophy changed, but I'm
Okay.
sure like back in the days when I was sponsored, they were supporting me all my trips,
Yeah.
and nobody until I was 16, I wasn't allowed to have any
Oh, wow.
branding.
Wow.
So yeah, nobody knew.
Yeah, but
It's
do you know what? Do
crazy.
you know what's unique? Let's think. I've tried to find the picture. I couldn't find the picture. But there's
Which
one thing. There's one thing. There's one thing. Look, there's like some kiteboarders we have spawned. There's someone like in big international teams. Someone has the Red Bull. Blah blah blah. But no one. I think no one came even close to be on the Times Square.
What do you mean?
Times Square in New York.
I was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. No one.
There was, yeah, I know one girl who was, Annabelle. She was doing this commercial for Turkey. And she was...
For Turkey?
Yeah,
Turkey, like country,
Turkey, the country, yeah. She was there.
as well.
Yep, and I was there for a Spanish campaign.
Okay, so but
Yeah.
let's say like when I saw the picture like, of the kite surfing girl on the Times Square,
Yeah,
like it's Times Square is like one of
That's
the most
crazy.
iconic places in the
I
world.
know, I know.
Like everyone knows the
The
New Year's, the
lights
ball
and
drops
the-
every
yeah.
every
Yeah.
single year. How did it happen to be like just?
I don't know. That was just I don't know. I was like 18 or 19 years old, and I received an email. They wanted to do a campaign with me and with few other persons in Spain, like a chef and some like entrepreneur, whatever. And yeah, they just happened to choose me to be there, but I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Did you go there and take a picture?
No.
I would definitely go.
A selfie with yourself.
Yeah, I would fly like.
You would just fly there to take a photo.
Yeah,
with yourself.
definitely. If I'm ever like on Times Square, like I'm buying myself a ticket. Probably I'm buying myself a first class ticket. Definitely, because like I'm gonna start celebrating on the airplane there, and also probably gonna take my mom, my friends, everyone.
Just to see you.
Yeah. Dude, it's one. I think it's like one in a lifetime when you actually can be like on the Times Square and like.
Yeah.
And it's like especially because I've been living in the States for.
I don't think it's gonna happen again in my life. So.
Could be. I've been 3 years here.
In the US.
Yeah, and then like if you, and then like I kind of like I feel like if you get posted there, it's like it's a big thing. Like it's just like it's a big thing in terms of like not many people can get there like the same. It's like you have to.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm. Really
I mean,
lucky.
I guess you can buy it, but like to get there legit way, it's like.
Yeah, but buy it.
Oh, the same like being like Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, I know what you mean buying it, but for yourself, to advert yourself, like.
No, yeah, I mean, there's the option you can be there, but like that's not fun.
Yeah, I mean. You would need to pay, but it makes more sense that you're there advertising something.
Yeah,
Just your face,
that's the idea. Yeah, maybe there's a big M&M store.
Yep.
And
I was in New York not long ago.
Yeah, and then M&M store. What would be nice if you can get sponsored by M&M's, and then they have a big flat screen there, and then you kind of stay and holding two M&M's. Mm-hmm. Do you would you fly there to take a selfie with this one? The one you like on M&M's guys?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's like it's never has happened before, and then you can be, and then when someone becomes
proud.
like the face of M&M's besides these two little guys, red and yellow, I think it's lots of fun. And then we're going to Mexico on Saturday, couple days. You excited for Mexico?
Super excited.
There's so many girls gonna be there.
I know.
And
that's another thing that I like about racing. So many girls.
You know what?
Freestyle, there was like 6, 7, 8.
Alex, do you remember 3 years ago when
I think the chocolate.
3 years ago when we were racing, how many girls were racing there? And you can talk on the mic. Take the mic. How many girls were racing?
I think maximum 6, something like that.
Usually 3, 4.
With the race boards or with the foils?
With the race boards. No, before it became an Olympic sport.
Before it came.
So before last year is the first year where the girls actually joined us.
I know.
Correct?
Yeah, the registered was always 6, 7, but competing only 3, 4.
Then DNF?
Yeah, they would just go. Yeah, they just wouldn't go. That's the thing, and then микрофон не видно там? Okay. Yeah, that was
100.
So you got really lucky to actually happen to be you came basically for everyone. It looks like anyone I thought like you came here for Olympic Games. Because as soon as they announced being Olympic Games,
everybody just
you saw the movement and like boom, you jumped in. So that was the perspective. I think everyone's thinking this the same.
Yeah, I know, but
you just don't want to announce yet.
Announce it? No, actually, I don't really. I mean, it's been always my dream to go to the Olympics, and it could be a reason. But actually, like I didn't want to go full on into racing until I was sure I liked it.
Okay.
Because if I wouldn't be happy doing this, I wouldn't be here. I've already accomplished so much in my life that for me, like, I've changed so much my life. In the past 4 years, I was living, like, the best life of I could have, like skydiving, freediving, surfing, traveling to, like, every insane places, spending, like, 3 months in Hawaii. Like, and I changed my life.
Was it sustainable?
Yeah, completely. Like my sponsor were super happy because I was working a lot for them, and they were full on supporting me. Still, I managed to keep the same sponsor for these 4 years that I wasn't competing because I was doing other projects.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of athletes actually that they stop competing and they just have a second life out of competition, and just creating content and doing like some projects, whatever. But then I realized like there was something missing, and I wanted to come back to competition. And when I started racing, I was not sure if I was gonna like it. Okay. Then I went to the competition and I started racing and I loved it, and that's when I changed my whole lifestyle.
Again.
Yep. To like training. Like I don't even have time to skydive now, and that just like I'm so sad. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because you know now.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, like my life now is like I have no time. Sometimes I'm going to the gym in the morning, then at 12 we go in kiting until 6. And at 6 I just have dinner I just go to bed. Yeah. That's my day.
When I'm in Trifa,
that's my day.
The same. When I'm in Trifa, like there's no time. Like we wake up, we do morning training. I go to Alex, we set up the kites.
Yeah.
We go water training, come back, discuss plans for the next day, set up the kites. Maybe evening training, 8 p.m. Like I'm dead. I'm sleeping.
I'm not even able to do an evening training. Just sleeping.
Yeah. No, this time we've been doing them because like we had kind of dropped weight, but then like it's like you don't have time to do anything. I guess.
Anything. Not even like sometimes for friends or for just like relationships with people.
And I feel like for me like I just lose all the brain power. Like like after 7 p.m. like I'm like I'm a zombie.
You need to charge yourself like your phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like
sleep 10 hours and then the next day you like keep on going.
But I like it overall.
Yeah. That's I miss the routine. Yeah.
So you're enjoying like way more. Okay.
I'm missing some things, but there's time for everything, and I already set up my schedule. So there's like after competition. So after Mexico, I'm going a couple days to Castellón to skydive and train a little bit. Yeah. And then training again, competing, and then after the competition, I think it's good to take a couple days off. And for sure, I'm gonna spend that time, or with my dog, or with my friends, or skydiving. Like I know it.
Nice.
For sure.
Yeah. Also like I already called my mom and dad and said like, I don't know how about like you have to come to me to States. Like they coming I think 20th of March.
Good.
Yeah. So like I'm like that's no working out. I'm here alone. Like just.
Yeah.
Come hang out with me for 2-3 weeks. And then my mom was like, do you really like need it? I was like, yeah. Like she was like, yeah, maybe like Alex is gonna come like end of April, like maybe you should like why worry?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Like get here. So they get here and like she's gonna have her birthday in March, so we're gonna celebrate together, probably go some couple national parks together.
Nice. I really wanna go to Yosemite, is that what I said?
Actually they're really close.
Yeah. Maybe in May when we're here.
Yeah, 3-4 hours. And boom, Yosemite is amazing. Yeah.
I'm taking my skydive rig when I come in May.
Yeah, I'll try to buy a skydive rig before May. Yeah, a couple grand.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if Hydrofoil Pro Tour is gonna go well, really well, some cash there, and boom, you can buy it. But it doesn't seem that well as I've checked my balance yesterday. I just need to transfer back from Russian bank to States bank. But US bank is kind of boom down. It looked amazing in January.
Yeah.
I was like,
and
wow.
Suddenly you started skydiving
and suddenly I started skydiving.
And everything's gone.
Also like the wind time, like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do an hour every week. I was like, no, it's like
yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's amazing.
But it's so good to learn. I mean, you need it. If you want to progress in skydiving, you need to go to the wind tunnel.
Yeah, and I think it's like for me, it's like not really about learning. It's just about doing other stuff. Because like I've been racing since 2013.
Yep,
7 years.
It's a long time.
It's going to be 7 years in November, and I just like sometimes you find yourself at the point like where like it's less and less fun. It's routine. Mm-hmm. So, but then if you do the same stuff every day and it just stops being fun, like you kind of lose your mind and like,
it's
what
not
should
good.
I do?
Then you don't progress anymore. You go back.
Yeah, and then but then to spice the thing up, like if like I go like I started doing CrossFit, like I do rock climbing, like it just basically gets your energy level back, and then you're actually happy to be back in the water.
Yeah, because you miss it. Like after a couple of days without kiting, I always miss it.
Yeah, but like.
But if you're kiting every day, you're like.
But I'll find myself if I do something else. Like if I take a couple of days off and I'm just in my house doing nothing, like I'm not getting tired because like I'm still thinking of kite surfing. But like if I try different activity that takes my mind off kite surfing, then I'm completely like resetting and then coming back like, okay, yeah, I haven't kited like in a week. I want to go back in the water, and I can train more. I can train more fish. Like I can overall be like better.
Yep.
In general, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it's been, I think it's been, wow, it's been 50 minutes.
Nice. I hope someone's gonna watch this 50 minutes. Well, you're gonna make it shorter, but
no.
Just like this?
Yeah,
without cuts,
that's the podcast. There's no cuts, nothing. We just post. I think like I post everywhere, but usually the main source main source Facebook. Yeah.
But you should make like a small edit for like Instagram or something like Instagram TV.
Yeah.
Like some cuts of like the most important things. I'm sure.
Yeah, you know I have exam on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
I know. I know.
And then Alex seems like he's falling asleep
because he's hungry, and we still need to cook dinner.
Yeah.
But maybe we're not cooking. We're going out. Alex, we going out for dinner, or you want to cook?
Let's go to the shop.
He's sleeping.
We go to shop. You go to shop.
Денис, завершайте, пожалуйста, все.
Okay, well.
Finish, please.
Okay, yeah.
Denis talks so much, and me too. So it's like.
Okay.
No, it's good. It's good.
You know what? It's
He's still missing about us.
officially, that's the first podcast, the first real podcast.
Yeah. Good.
1 hour, almost 1 hour.
Because we both talk.
52 minutes.
And I think it's
55, 56.
Yeah.
He's like, when are they gonna stop talking? We should stop now.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
It is, guys. Like.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please Dennis post this on Wednesday, right? Yeah. Probably. You know what? I'm gonna do it today because tomorrow I'm gonna study for exams. So I'm gonna coming home today. I'm sitting down. I'm just nailing it.
Okay.
But it depends. If I'm gonna have a big dinner, then I'm gonna be like, let me take it.
You're gonna sleep.
No, I'm going to say, okay, thank you guys. Gisela, Denis, see you other Wednesday, blah, 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 you know, stuff. Thank you. You want to say, there's one thing. I've done before. Look, there's the camera.
He's never going to finish.
There's the camera. Look, we're going to put this one closer. So this one or that one, just tell something. You can tell what's on your mind to the people who are watching us. Anything. You can literally do anything. You can say hi to mom or like be like, go to school, kids.
Yeah, like right now I wish I could be here with my dog. That's the thing I miss the most. I can't believe like my first dog and I just got that connection with him. Mm-hmm. And maybe if I'm coming back in May for 3 weeks or a month here for training, I'm gonna take him.
Yeah, bring your dog here, definitely.
I'm gonna bring Fly.
Okay, so that's the hi to fly, I guess.
Hi to Fly, I miss you.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Oh, Gisela, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I need to give your phone back.